When you talk about the customer success,
Yeah.
okay, there's one thing I have always noticed, and I have known you for a long time, I have known Veeam for a long time.
Yeah.
What I noticed is that you are extremely partner-centric organization in the sense that when you go to the customers, most often you have your privileged technology partners and services partners
Yep.
together with you as a part of the success story.
Correct.
Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
So when I say that, I'll come to my own organization, CBY Services Private Limited, who has been your service provider for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have done enough to justify our place
Yeah.
in the overall framework
Sure.
of meeting the customer's requirements and taking your technology into it. Right?
Correct.
So with that small background, I just want to say that an example I want to give you that I don't know if you recollect that more recently your team, including you yourself, have been involved in a very interesting story that we carried. I'm calling it a story because there is a large global legal firm,
Yeah.
okay, who was with a particular brand earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, you can call it your competition brand, whatever. I don't go into that. But that legacy software has
Yeah.
been replaced by CBY Services
Yeah.
in their environment, and I'm saying again, it's a global legal firm which is
Yeah.
leading,
Yeah.
and that somehow it explains to me that this critical implementation that a partner could do for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I want your comments on that, because you've seen it closely.
Correct.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Shankar, first of all, thank you for the partnership itself, and it has been a privilege to work with your team. One thing I have is, why would OEM need a good partners?
Right.
One is we cannot go and serve everything, right? Of course, you give us the expansion, but the most critical piece is right deployment of the solutions along with best practices.
Absolutely. Right.
And that is where I would tell you most of the solutions suffer. Many solutions suffer. Its product has 100 features, which are so important and relevant to be deployed for the customer.
Right.
How are they to be configured? Which best practices are mandatory that we can't even miss this. Like we were talking right now, sometime back, immutable backups. We want 4 eyes authorization. We want security officer roles, whatever.
Right.
This has become a DNA of CBY services.
Right.
Okay. When CBY services deploys, I am at peace.
Perfect.
The solution will be deployed in a right way.
Right.
Customer's environment will be protected. And I would not see any challenges going further. And ideally, I would say the customer should feel blessed that, okay, I have a right partner with me, whom OEM also trusts, and they would surely deploy in the right way. That's something very, very important, very fundamental.
So you see a lot of value in the way in which we are doing.
100%.
That is the valuable deployment that is anyway demanded by customers.
You are not only deploying, you are monitoring, you are supporting a customer day to operations,
Yes.
and standing by with us and with the customer together to actually help him attain his compliance audits,
Right.
or also any recovery scenarios which they may face.
Absolutely. So beyond implementation, see, it is easy to win orders and then call it a one-time deployment.
Correct.
That's easy,
Yes.
and that a lot of people are doing.
Correct.
But much beyond the implementation stage,
Yes.
if we can travel the journey of the customer
Yes.
to see to it that the solution is giving exactly what they bought it for.
Yeah.
If they are getting the returns, that's really what I'm thankful that you covered something that I wanted to really bring up to you in my next question.
Shankar, I am going to reverse the role. Okay. So, you named, we had a legal firm, right?
Yes.
What is their core business? Doing legal processes?
Absolutely.
Now, imagine a IT team who has to keep in this era up with AI.
Correct.
They have to upkeep the modernization of the applications.
Yes.
Right? They have to look at also cloud as offerings.
Yes.
That's the pressure which all the customers have.
Yes.
Even this customer would have.
Yes, yes.
Right? Now, imagine in this one more flavor, which is data protection, which is cutting across all of these things.
True.
Doing it yourself, everything as best practice, deploying it right, managing it right, working throughout, it's not an easy job.
Absolutely. So
That's where you come in to take it out from the customer's headache. You are giving him a peace of mind. I would say you should start calling your service as peace of mind as a service.
it's peace of mind, absolutely. A good one at that. And it's the passion that we try to show so that the customers also get the extra value that they are demanding and they require.
Yeah.
So I am thankful that you are acknowledging, and I want to ask you only because of the fact that a lot of your business is coming from large partners, services partners especially, who can do a project most successfully across.
Correct.
So I am thankful that you acknowledge that, and I'm sure the listeners get to know the value that it's in store for them.
100%.